Hey, how's it going? 'Tis I, Kyoke. So I've cleared the Omega Protocol Ultimate in Final Fantasy XIV, and like typical raiders, I wanted to upload my first clear video. But to add my own little unique twist to it, this will be commentated. I wanted to provide some tips or tricks that new Summoner players or people progging this fight on Summoner can learn from. I'm by no means a great Summoner player, but I did learn a lot about the job, and hopefully these small tips can help any other aspiring top clearers on Summoner. So my commentary is mostly going to be about Summoner specific tips. This isn't a phase guide. I won't be discussing mechanics. So the strategies that you'll see our group doing in this clear are likely going to be very different than PF strats or whatever strats that your group is doing. And not everything I say will be objectively the best strategy. It is merely a suggestion, and you can decide for yourself if what I'm saying is troll or actually good. You either want to start with Titan or Garuda, and a Garuda start is usually relevant when your team has a lot of damage 2-minute raid buffs, in which case you would swift cast your Slipstream to snapshot those damage buffs. But if your team is lacking in 2 minutes damage buffs like ours is, Titan starter is not bad at all. For towers and tethers, you typically want to save Ifrit for last, unless you are marked second in line, in which case I would try to sneak Ifrit out second and save Garuda for third, just because it can be annoying getting your Ifrit casts out while you're also grabbing a tether and trying to move to your correct spot. Pantocrator is pretty straightforward. Whichever movement pattern your group decides to use, save your Titan and Garuda for movement, and at the very end you can blast your Ifrit casts out whenever you're not having to move around the arena the entire time. If you're behind on damage for phase 1, you can use your Bahamut to pump in a little extra damage to try to be enraged, and or use Searing Light. Searing Light is probably one of the best 2-minute raid buffs to flex with in top. Mostly because it's 30 seconds, and using it at the tail end of one phase carries most of its value over into the second phase also. So starting in phase 2, you definitely want to blast your Bahamut's double hitting cleaves to damage both male and female Omega, and you have about a 2 or 3 GCD window to do so. If you use Bahamut early in phase 1, you can make up some of that damage in phase 2 by speeding through your 3 primals, since summoning of the primals is the biggest non-demi summon burst damage you can do.
X, flex. Off both. Always off. Bar alpha. Bar alpha, no swap. Bar star.
After party synergy, this is probably my favorite bit of minor optimization. I start out with a Ruin 4. This delays my Phoenix just long enough so that when it finishes, I'm able to double cleave in the limitless synergy window. So right here, I'm able to use the Wind Blast and Ruin 4 to cleave both male and female. It's always pretty satisfying seeing the double cleave numbers pop up on both.
3. I played better.
It doesn't really matter which order you use at the end of phase 2, although I would advise against using Searing here, since the phase 3 transition is so long, you're going to lose the remaining value of your Searing Light.
Be prepared to slow later.
But it's not a bad idea to use your extra Fester stacks in case you're a bit behind on the DPS check.
Chill.
Way slow, way slow, way slow. Kill. fights. Raven in Q.
For the phase 3 opener, I usually start with pre-pot into a 2 GCD Titan into Phoenix. The Titan start is just to wait for everyone's raid buffs to come up, including Phoenix to come up. Every group's Hello World movement is probably going to be different, so I can't give you the exact order that would be best for your group. Just try to use Ifrit whenever there's a phase that you don't have to move around a lot in.
Yes. Rots in. Wait for pops. Tuck in. Second set.
Other than that, I would recommend using your Summoner's Personal Shield in Phase 3, since there's going to be a couple of instances where you're going to be spread far from your healers and you might miss healing.
Tuck in. Third set. Blue is Defamation. Third set. Blue is Defamation. Yes. Rots in. Wait for pops. Everyone in. Everyone in. Blue is Defamation. Everyone to red.
So ready to kill this robot.
Rots in. Wait for pops. Everyone sound.
Coming into monitors, you just kind of have to pray that you don't get monitors to get full usage out of your Phoenix GCDs. But in case you do get monitored, you just have to eat the downtime. Our group doesn't use our second 2 minutes in Phase 3. But whenever we were a couple percent behind, I would use Searing. I would use Searing to kind of make up some of that damage. Which is another great area to use Searing Light as a flex 2-minute buff.
That was my bad. I messed up my rotation. Yeah,
So good.
we'll be fine now. We'll be fine.
For Phase 4, I would usually start and try to get my Ifrit casts out of the way, since that's the most annoying primal to cast with, and the rest of the phase, you can get full movement with Bahamut, Titan, and Garuda.
Raven, Famine, Swap.
Summoners don't really have much trouble in P4.
No swap. Stay out.
Wait. In.
Okay. For P5, if you were really on top of your Festers and Demi summons, you can get an extra Fester usage before the start of Delta. And similarly, you can get a couple of extra GCDs of Phoenix out if you didn't drift your Demi summons that badly. So for the Delta Trio, not really much to say here besides use your Summoner Shield if you're taking a lot of damage.
Wait, and look at fun. Sprint and move. Tuck in and look at the goal. Ready? Ready? Snap. Ready? Potion.
So after Delta, there's a chance your Demi will still be on cooldown. So I always start with 2 GCDs of Titan here into Bahamut. I start with Titan because you get the full Bahamut duration anyways, and having 2 primals available at the end of Sigma helps line your next Demi up better before Omega.
Triangle, square, circle, X. It is mid.
Sprint. Mid. We are looking at Bravo or Delta. North is Bravo.
It is mid. Middle of the tower.
Me, Aries, Sun are binds.
This is a blizzard. We chill. This is a blizzard. We chill.
Wait.
No. Mitigate. Did not pop.
Here you can see that there's roughly 25 seconds before the next 2-minute window, but since we carried over 2 primals, we're able to delay our Phoenix without too much downtime. So right when our party's 2-minute is up, that's when I finish blowing through Titan and Garuda, which makes for a really nice Phoenix lineup, getting Phoenix under the 2-minute window.
On and me are monsters.
On female.
Into
Into
off mail
off mail.
on our left.
Charlie, 2 lines out.
Me and Sean.
Line north.
Raven and Famine.
Elevated.
Boss is facing Bravo.
Your Bahamut should be about 5 seconds or so away at the end of Omega, so just use whichever primal is up and go into a Bahamut. Hopefully your group has pumped enough DPS that you can save your 2 charges of Fester going into P6. Alright, please rise for the DPS national anthem. Not a summoner tip here, but there's a high chance you might start getting nervous here, and to help reduce some of those shakies you might be getting, try to have a calming ritual during this 1-minute cutscene. Personal shield and Addo, yep. What the fuck? In the zone. 2 feet on the floor, back straight, sit up. Out fast and slow. Take some deep breaths, prepare yourself. Mechanically, P6 isn't that hard for summoners, so just focus up and don't mess up X's squares. Not really much to say rotation-wise in this phase, besides just keep blasting and try to sneak in your Ifrit casts whenever there's not too much movement happening. Also make a LB target macro in case you haven't done that yet. You know, just in case you're worried about missing your LB like I was. Oh yeah, and don't accidentally tab target the meteors either. That would be really bad. Anyways, I'll shut up and let you enjoy the rest of this pretty epic phase. Rolls.
Exigils. One and alpha. To our right. 1, 2, right. 4, 5, 6. 2 is north. 2 is north. Behind the boss.
Where do you go in?
Reorient to north. One more auto. Enter card. This is an out pattern.
Out fast. One, 2, 1.
Everyone south. Nova's Tank Buster.
Turns out.
Guardian.
Balls.
Exigils. Everyone center. This is the DPS limit break. Delta 4 going left. 1, 2, left. 4, 5. One more. Party in.
LB,
Second LB.
LB.
Wait. Now. Center for meteors. Mitigate on the way out. Look at your waymark.
My personal shield is on. Let's do it.
It's Charlie.
On me, on
Charlie.
me.
On Charlie. On Charlie. Everyone to Charlie. Everyone to Charlie.
In for healing.
Got this, baby. Fucking
Ares
got
limit break
this.
us first.
You so fucking
Suns.
got this.
Sun's limit break.
You so fucking
My
got
limit
this.
break. Raven's limit break. After this is Sean's limit break.
In 2 minutes.
Tearing in 5.
Potions.
Who's coming out?
We're 1% higher for the run. Doing good.
Just keep hitting it.
Keep pumping.
Crit.
I did.
My auto crit.
Holy
That's
shit.
everything you got.
It's so fucking dead. It's so fucking dead.
You need hard crits right now.
Let's fucking go!
Yes! Holy fuck.
God damn, let's go!
Yeah, we were like 2% ahead.
Oh my god, my cock is huge.
I said everybody crit, and I pressed double down, and my auto crit, and my double down didn't. I was very sad.
Oh my god, that was so close.
I didn't even get to spend all my Mudras before we killed him.
Let's go, chat.
Oh my god, man, my
Let's
heart
go,
was beating so
everyone.
fucking
You were
fast.
here.
My hands are going fucking numb, boys.
Frodo, that's the fight. We
My heart was
cleared it.
beating faster on the Enrage wipe, I'll be
You
honest.
guys are so fucking good at this game, man. All
Honestly,
of you.
y'all
Oh,
carried
kiss
that.
me,
My,
all of you, kiss me.
Christ, dude.
Where's
fucking
Drew? Drew, you know, after tea.
Well, next week.
Oh, I totally woke up my roommate. I'm so
Drew's
sorry.
too
Dude, me-
hard.
I woke up my whole
Totally.
flag complex. I do not give a shit. They can smoke my ass.
Oh, it's over. I can play it.
How much you wanna bet I did,
Insomnium
like-
Bios now.
15k less
Fucking
damage that
hurts.
pull.
I definitely did.
I was a
that.
critic shit, so I crit at the end for like
Music.
80k.
The music.
You guys are all
We're
so fucking good
done.
at this game.
We're done.
Every single one of you.
Honestly, y'all were fucking great.
Good shit. That was a great time.
We got put Kyoto.
Sean, fuck you. You can't say I didn't do a whole without leaving a
So yeah, hopefully you learned a thing or two about playing Summoner in top. Very special thanks to Cooper, who personally answered some of my Summoner rotational questions I had, and whose Summoner POV video that I referenced a lot during my own prog. Very special shout out to my amazing team, and also all the YouTube viewers at home who watch my videos and provide me with motivational feedback. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned to see what's next in store for me. Take care, and as always, thanks for watching. Oh my god.
Then our Enrage.
Fucking shout out to
Thank you so
everyone,
much.
dude.
Clear the
Torn, Abe,
It's time for a picture.
Banana, Proto,
Fuck this garbage out
Abe,
here.
Alice.
True.
Oh
Alright, my inventory
shit.
was
Put it in front of the big eye. In front of the big eye. We got to do it in front of the big eye,
Yeah.
like over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, my hands are
Yeah.
Right here.
shaking.
I was
So should we just do like our
But Ellis in the front.
P8S fourfold fire spread positions?
Ellis, you go in the front.
Actually, I'm curious.
You need to carry
What was my last ability?